Hey, welcome to the Player Rating Show. I'm Steve Hall and I'm here to rate a magnificent bunch of footballers after Liverpool beat Arsenal by 4-0 at Anfield. What a win by the Reds. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be giving out a lot of high marks to these absolutely magnificent bunch of fellas. But before we do that, 'cause I want you guys to help me as well, I want to know who you guys think was Liverpool's man of the match. Because for the first time in a few weeks, actually, I think it's really difficult to decide which of them is going to be man of the match. So I'm going to need you guys to help me with the vote. So all you've got to do to vote is an exclamation point, an exclamation mark, and the word vote in capital letters. Do a space, and then do the player's number that relates to these list of numbers over here. So, for example, if you thought Alisson was Liverpool's man of the match, you would do exclamation mark, vote, space 1, hit return. As you do that throughout the show, the votes will tally, and at the end of the show, we'll be able to know who you guys think was Liverpool's man of the match. Because like I say, I'm going to do these ratings now, and I'm not particularly sure who it was, because there was 4, 5, 6 lads who were absolutely brilliant. I want to know who you guys think stood out above the rest of them. Once you've done that, or while you're watching the show as well, as I get to a certain player's name, just please type in the comment section in the chat the player's name and their rating as well. Just again, it can be a group think. I will ultimately get the final decision, but I want as much input from you guys as possible. So please do that. And as I start talking about any of the players as well, if you've got any comments about their performance, how they did and all that kind of stuff, please mention them in the chat as well, because it's an interactive show. We're all here to support the Reds, and we're all here to celebrate this magnificent bunch of bastards. Right, Alisson Becker. It's hard really to give Alisson that much of a rating, because he didn't have to do that much. He didn't have to make many saves. He has one where it's pretty much straight at him, and to be fair, he done well to hold, because Aubameyang was on the prowling round for any spills. Aaron Ramsdale, for example, has a few saves that he does spill. Alisson pretty much has one at him that he manages to catch and control. And then he has, when Aubameyang goes through, he kind of cuts in between Matip and Van Dijk, gets a shot away, and the big fella's there, sticks out his toe and saves it. But over that, it was relatively quiet for Alisson, but like I say, he did nothing wrong. He was very cool and calm on the ball, even at that one stage when he runs out his goal and nearly gave me a heart attack by taking that extra half second that he tends to take. Let me see what we've got in the chat, your votes as well. We've got Alisson 8, Alisson 7, Alisson 9, 2 great saves, says Red Men Faithful. I'm going to say Alisson. I'm going to give the mighty Alisson an 8. Relatively quiet day, but what he did very well. Left back, Tsimikas. At first, I thought he's having a bit of a tough time with things up against Bukayo Saka. Saka got better of him on a couple of occasions. His delivery is unreal. He almost gets the assists for Mo Salah with an amazing pullback. He was constantly up and down the flank. And by the end of the game, I thought defensively he'd improved a lot as well. I'm glad he got a start. I think he deserved a start. It comes in unfortunate circumstances with Andy Robertson being injured, and I do understand that, but Kostas deserved to play, I thought. So let me know how you guys think he got on. I'll read some of those out for you now. We've got Tsimikas 8 from Annie Was. We've got Kostas got it to 7. Kostas plays well. 7 says Perry. Oh, defensively he was okay. I'm going to say 8 actually. I thought he was really good. I'm going to give Kostas Tsimikas an 8. The big man, Virgil van Dijk, he is getting back to his best. He's been up and down, obviously, for obvious reasons this season. He's come back from a ridiculously major injury, but the more he plays, the more he starts to look like Virgil. And there was a couple of occasions today when Arsenal were nearly breaking through, and Virgil had to be Virgil, and Virgil was more than happy to be prime Virgil. He was brilliant. So I'm thinking of the slide one on Aubameyang, when Aubameyang looks like he's got half a yard on him. We have the one where Saka goes through, and Virgil's essentially playing left back and centre half at the same time, just stands him up and the ball ricochets off him. His passing, superb as ever. I'm going to look at the comments section, what you guys think. So Anio says at 9, Virgil 10, says Dickie. We've got 9 from Ernest, we've got 9 from Stephen, and 2 Stevens say 9 as well. Yeah, calm as you like for the big fella. I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Joel Matip, equally as impressive. Didn't put much of a foot wrong when he had to defend. He defended well. Let me know how you think Joel got on. Again, he didn't have as many standout moments as Virgil. Maybe that's because the Arsenal were attacking more down Saka's side up against Tsimikas. He didn't really get in too often down the left-hand side. Emile Smith-Rowe, as good as he's been for Arsenal, he's been brilliant. He had a quiet game. Liverpool snuffed out that danger pretty well. He didn't really, have to do much. But have a little look at what do you guys think about Joel. We've got a 7. I think that's probably a bit too low. Timer says an 8. You've got an 8. Matip 9. 8 from, and I'm going to say 8. Thought he was pretty good. Didn't have the standout moments, but really, really good performance from Joel Matip. Our star boy, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Honestly, he's so good. He's just so good. He's so good for a player so young. Another couple of amazing assists. The free kick, what a ball that is. He is just absolutely incredible. He was as good defensively again today as he was going forward. And going forward, he's electric. He could have had more assists. The amazing low cross that Ben White gets half a heel on to just divert it away. I thought Trent was outstanding. Let me know your scores for Trent. Let me see. TA 9, Enna says 9 as well. We've got a couple of 10 votes. Matt says 10. Saeed says 11. I'm not sure I can give 11s. Is that in the rules? Ashley says 11 as well. 100 says Steve. You've got 10, 9. Trent 10. I think he was absolutely brilliant. Lost for words. Ashley says 11, yeah. I am going to give Trent, I'm going to throw that one away because I spelt the word 10 wrong. How did you spell 10 wrong? I just managed to do it. I'm blaming the sugar off all that cake I had before. Trent get to 10. I thought he was magnificent. He's a magnificent footballer and he deserved that rating. He was absolutely brilliant. Speaking of absolutely brilliant, how good was Fabinho in that game? My goodness. He comes into the game after having a very, very good performance for his national team, and we all bemoan the international break at times, and rightly so, because it's cost us about 4 lads again through injuries this week. But when a player goes away and plays well, we sometimes get the benefits of that, and I think we certainly got that. We might have got it a bit with Trent, and we certainly got it with Fabinho. I thought he was absolutely magnificent. Fab 10, Fab 10, Fab 9, Fab was Fab, Fab was Fab. I struggle to do anything. I have to give him a 10. I thought he was faultless. Defensively, with the ball, his passing was amazing. He saves probably what would have been a certain goal when Arsenal are on the counter-attack and he mops up at the back. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. So Fab was Fab, and Fab gets a 10. Next side then, I've got Thiago. I'll go with Thiago first. Nice to see him back starting the game. He hasn't been fit for a while. Let me know how you guys think Thiago was. I thought, to be honest, for the first 25-30 minutes of the game, I thought, up until Mikel Arteta decided to light the fuse, it was a very scrappy game. Neither side could really get on the ball. It was all a bit messy, lots of mistakes, half chances, but not much. But the one man on the pitch who stood out head and shoulders above everybody else, I thought was Thiago. Without the ball, defensively, he was a magnificent. Right positions, just nicking the ball off. He set the press. He was taking the piss a bit by, controlling it on his chest and passing it. And then with the ball at his feet, he was always looking forwards. He does the Thiago turn where he gives it the shuffle that no one's got onto now. I thought Thiago was absolutely brilliant. Thiago 9, 8, 8, 9. See, I think he was almost as good as Fab. Do I give him I don't know if I want to give him a 10. I'm going to give him 9.5. I'm going to give Thiago, and I thought he was absolutely brilliant. It was lovely to see him back. We needed him back, and I thought he deserved that rating. I thought he was absolutely magnificent. Speaking of which, by the way, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. A lot of derision when Oxlade-Chamberlain's name was on the team sheet, and I was on the watch long, and there were some people on the lad, I can't believe this lad's playing for Liverpool. How's he doing this? I thought he was brilliant. And he was even better defensively at times than he was with the ball. And he saved almost a couple of certain goals. I think he gets in front of Saka when Saka looks like he's about to score. He has the one when the ball's played across the line and he managed to sweep in and clear it. And then with the ball, he drove forward very, very well. He was aggressive. He was on the front foot. It was a really, really good performance from Oxlade-Chamberlain. At times, he let, his use of the ball wasn't amazing. He made a few wrong decisions. He almost scores with a very good effort. Ox took his chance, says Perry, 8. Ox had a decent game, 8.5, says John. Steve said Ox was amazing, 10. 9 We've got 9s, you've got 8s. Not going to lie, I didn't really notice Thiago. Well, fair enough, I did. Chamberlain 9, I loved it. Ox 9, Ox is back 10. 9s and 10s. There's lots and lots of high ratings for the Ox. I am going to give Ox. I'm going to give him, what did I give the? I'm going to give him a 9.5, just like I give Thiago as well. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. So Ox gets, is he 9.5? Right then, to the front three. Every single one of them scored a goal today, which is always nice. All three of them contributed more than enough. Who shall I start with? Considering I started with Tsimikas before, let's start over on the left-hand side. The main man, Sadio Mane, is back. He's brilliant. He's scoring every week again. He's doing Sadio Mane things. Let me know how you guys thought Sadio got on. Obviously opens the scoring with an amazing goal. Really, really, really well worked goal. He's got assists in there as well. He has a bit of needle when he absolutely webs someone on the side of the pitch. I'm all for it if you get away with it. Let's see. We've got 10s, says Perry. We've got 10s again. 9.5. Mane 9. Mane 10. Sadio gets a 9. He gets a 9.5. Front three all get 10s. Mane scored, but he is not fully back. I thought he was really good, actually. I thought he had a bit rusty to start, but then got on with it. Actually, someone just commented there, looked rusty to start. I agree. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. And he got a little bit of needle as well. Mane for me. 10th for Sadio. Goals, assists, what more do you need? Speaking of which, Diogo Jota. Oh, Jota, the slaughter. That goal, it was reminiscent of Bobby Firmino when he sat a few Arsenal players down as well. Considering I keep getting told how good Ben White and Aaron Ramsdale are, which fair enough, they've been well, but both of them went flying for the Echo. He sent them both for a hot dog in the stands. Let me know how you think Diogo Jota's rating should be as well. Goal, he was absolutely, I thought he was brilliant. He led the line really well. Even the goal at the end when he wins a header, and he plays a through ball with a header that Liverpool go on and convert at the back post with Taki Minamino. I'm struggling to, if I give it, let's see what you guys think actually before I go give my rating. Jota 8, Jota 9.5, Jota 9, 8, 8.5, 9s, Jota 10, 9.5. I'm going to say 9.5 as well. Yeah, I thought it was absolutely brilliant, but he could have, only because he could have scored more. That's the thing with him. He had some really good chances to get even better. He could have had hat-trick really. So I'm going to go for a 9.5 for him. Mo Salah, wow. We've run out of words for Mohamed Salah, really, don't we? And even when he has times when it doesn't quite come off form, but he was terrifying Arsenal from minute one. Tavares on that right-hand side, by the end of the game, their left, our right-hand side, he could have been subbed off. He needed to go. He'd had enough of Mo Salah. Again, get more than deserves his goal, works his bollocks off, always on the run. His decision-making at times was a bit sketchy, because it could have had a couple of goals, a couple of miss-hits as well. Let's see what you guys think. 9.5 at least. We've got 13 out of 10. We've got Joe Leah family said Mo 9.5. Mo 10. 10. He gave them more than a handful. Give Salah the money. I agree. First job I'm going to write is this one. Pay him. So he gets that. Pay him. John Henry, get your checkbook out and pay him. And pay him now. Get this man signed up forever. Anyway. I need to give him an actual rating. I'm going to give Mohamed Salah, because I'm going to give him a 9.5. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Pay this man, get him a contract, put it in front of him and sign it now, please, Liverpool Football Club. Right, the subs. Liverpool's double change. Henderson comes on and Taki Minamino comes on at the same time. Both involved in that fourth goal. Taki with his first touch, Henderson sets it up. And then from there, it was pretty much cruise control for the Reds. But it was lovely that Henderson got those minutes in his legs after coming back from the injury with England duty. Let me know how you thought. I have to rate Jordan. He wasn't on the pitch for that long, to be honest. But when he looked, I thought he looked really good. He controlled things. He was aggressive with his passing. He was looking forwards all the time. Plays a couple of good through balls over the top. Obviously, I say he's involved in the Taki goal as well. Let's give Hendo an 8. Taki Minamino gets a 9. He scores with his first touch of the game. I mean, what more can you want? And then I said I stood here about what was I, about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago? I don't even know what time it is anymore, about 4 hours ago. And I said, if Tyler Morton gets on, something's either gone really, really good or really, really wrong. Tyler Morton comes on because something went really, really well. What a moment. He'll never forget that moment. And think about the players who were involved and the people who were involved when he comes on. He gets a big hug off Jurgen Klopp. He comes on for Thiago Alcantara, you know, a man who's got medals galore throughout his career, an absolute serial winner. And then the first thing he does, he gets a high five of Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's going to go down as one of Liverpool's greatest ever players and is almost certainly going to be a Liverpool. We know that. An absolute legend of this club, a future captain and everything. What a moment for Tyler Morton. Absolutely delighted for him. 10 could be his age as well. Yeah, he does look like a very young kid. I'll give him that. So I'm going to give him, he can have an 8. Which actually might be his shoe size as well, because he's a very, very slight lad. So like I say, they're my ratings. Let me know in the comments what you think I've done right, if you think I've got any wrong as well. What I do want to know though, and I'm interested by this, usually I can kind of guess who's going to win this man of the match poll. Now, I'm obviously looking at these ratings, my man of the match was Trent Alexander-Arnold, but your man of the match, and Tom's going to tell me who it was now, it was Salah. Mo Salah, with how many % of the match votes? 35% of your votes. Like I say, usually it's a very split decision. Sky Sports, by the way, for those watching England, they give Mo Salah man of the match as well. You guys have given Mo Salah, it's hard to argue, he's sensational. Goals, assists, galore. I personally give it to Trent, but hey ho, who am I to argue? Pay him! Pay this man now. Someone said, if you got John Henry, at him, a little clip of this, clip this up, at it and say, John, pay this man. He is amazing, he is amazing. Guess who else is amazing? You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for helping me with the player ratings. I've had anyone who did watch the watch along, you'll know how much cake I consumed. I am very buzzing, I'm full of sugar. And while I'm feeling like this, I'm about to host the instant match reaction over on the redmentv.com. In about 15 minutes or so's time, head over there now as soon as this video ends. Go to the sign up page, become a club captain on a monthly subscription. Use the code REDMEN+. It's capital letters, all one word, REDMEN+. You won't be charged a penny. For your first month, you'll get a month absolutely free. That'll show you, you'll be able to watch the instant match reaction live as we're doing it. It'll stream live. Or if you haven't got time and you've got to go nip the shops, or you've got kids to put to bed, or whatever you've got to do, you can watch it whenever at your leisure. It will always be there. You will also get the final word show, which will be streaming live on Monday morning. Paul will be in the host chair for that, and he'll have an hour in-depth discussion of all the talking points around the game. It'll also give you a chance tomorrow, when there's a bit of a free day and you're all chilled, so go back and watch all the documentaries and series and all the shows. We've got tons of evergreen content for you to catch you up on. It's absolutely brilliant, I do promise you that. Give it a go. It's absolutely free. It won't cost you a penny, like I say. If you watch it and decide it's not for you, fair enough. You don't have to. That's fine. Absolutely fine as well. I implore you to give it a go. I'm sure you'll love it. We love making it. We put a lot of hard work into it, and I'm sure you guys will love it as well. Go over to redmentv.com. Use the code REDMEN+, and we'll be over there for the instant match reaction. Again, thanks you guys for helping me with the play ratings. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back midweek with Porto for more of this, but until then, we'll see you all soon. Ta-da.
Everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you want more from us, then please do consider joining Redmen Plus, our Liverpool streaming service, with extra shows, bonus features, interviews, and incredible documentaries like Netflix for Liverpool fans. We've got the club captain and the club legend here. If you join as a club legend, you get your name in this wonderful list here. Look at them wonderful legends. Anyway, Redmen Plus on the redmentv.com. Join up.